Hello everybody. Going to do a quick little review here on a product I like to use quite often. It's a product here called Fresh Wave, and these are the crystal version. This is actually a very large refill version. It's 64 ounces total. It's the most economical way of buying this. They also make with this product a spray bottle that it's not aerosol, it's actually a pump spray. Works really good. We usually, when I travel, just be staying in hotels and that, I keep one of those in every one of my vehicles. So when I get in the hotel, I basically head in there first, hit a couple shots in the air conditioner or heater, whichever's running at the moment. Then we go ahead, finish unpacking whatever. We might go out and grab a bite to eat, come back. The room smells just like our house. Works really good. This here is just a product that if you buy it in the smaller version, it comes in a small little jar, has a screw-off lid, works really good. This one, basically, you can see in there, it's just a bunch of little crystals. I don't know if any of you are familiar. They've used these in plants and stuff to help keep water and that in the like plants long term. Also used a lot like in the pet industry for cricket water. Helps keep the moisture. They can kind of chew on and get moisture out of it. This clearly is the same gel type product, but actually has an odor absorbing or odor eliminator in it. It's not going to cover up, mask the smell. It's actually going to be remove odors. It kind of has a bit of a citrusy, kind of a pine sol type smell, but nothing really. It's kind of its own smell. It's a whole bunch of things mixed together. That's 100% natural. The guy at the trade show where I first saw this back, a pet trade show, he actually took the spray bottle of the pump and actually sprays it directly in his eyes. I wouldn't recommend that, but the guy does it. I've also seen people actually eat these crystals. Again, wouldn't recommend that either. The other product they do sell is a burnable candle. Works really, really well, but for the money, it only lasts, I believe, about 8 hours to 12 hours, depending on which size of candle you buy. So I'm not a big fan of that. I don't think it gives enough value for the amount of stuff that it actually... For the amount of money, you don't get the amount of odor eliminator. I highly recommend this stuff in like a small container. Set it next to a cold air vent if you have a central air system, central heat, forced air, circulates throughout the whole house, works great. I tend to smoke cigars off and on, so I keep this product in my house, helps eliminate that smell. I also keep the small little pump spray bottle in my vehicle. After I have a cigar, I'll pump a few squirts of that in the air, then one into the vent. Works great. I just have a little cheap fake Tupperware container here that I put the big dose in, and I just dump in a handful, not a bunch, just a little bit, as you can see there. Works really well. This has the lid with it. Normally I would drill a few holes in this, and I haven't got around to that on this one in particular yet, so I just leave the one edge open, kind of like that. And if it doesn't want to stay open real good, which this one tends not to want to stay open, I have a little plastic, I don't know, it was a stand for some camera or some weird thing at the time, so I prop that in the edge. And I set this up on a shelf, on a desk, anywhere. My wife has a couple cats running on the house here, so I don't leave the lid completely open. Also, we have green cheek conure that we allow to fly around off and on when all the ceiling fans and stuff are off. So I'm always afraid he's going to get into it. That's why I have a lid left on it. So basically the company, like I said, it's Fresh Wave. You can pick it up online through Amazon. You can buy it off eBay. Handful of local shops will sell it. My local zoo here in Iowa, the Blank Park Zoo, used to actually sell this in their gift shop. For whatever reason, I don't know if they didn't sell enough or whatever, they've stopped selling it. So look it up. Highly, highly recommend it. Removes pet odors. Removes fish smell if you cooked a bad fish meal. If you have, anything in your house that stinks. If you had a really smelly uncle come over for Thanksgiving and you want to get rid of his smell, it works great. Like I said, works wonders on cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, all that good stuff. Had a couple missionaries for the Mormon church I was talking to a few years ago, and I gave them a couple bottles of the spray bottles, and they had a great time because there's a few customers, or I guess not customers, but people they were working with and trying to help them change their life and that. And one lady was in the process of quitting smoking, and she was tired of the smell in her vehicles and her house. Once she quit, the odors really seemed to bother her, so they went ahead and gave her one of the bottles, and the other one they carried with them at all times. And after they left a person's house, they were trying to help out, whatever, trying to educate on the religion, they would go ahead and actually kind of spray themselves down so they went to the next house, they wouldn't smell like cigarette smoke. So anyway, great product here. I would highly recommend this to anyone. If you have really bad allergies, that kind of stuff, I haven't met a single person that has a reaction to it. But also, if you do have bad reactions to perfumes and different smells, definitely give it a small little try somewhere. Maybe put it in a fairly open room, leave it open for an hour, close it back up, see if you have any reactions to it. So, gotta say, great product. Wonderful setup. This right here, I think, was like $50 with shipping, but this will last over a year easily if in a normal size house. And if you do like I do, sometimes I'll actually put a jar of the crystals in like a car underneath the seat. Just kind of sits there all the time. It's a great product. So anyway, hope you guys found this helpful. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day.